Alex Eala targets breakthrough main draw win at U.S. Open. Alex Eala is taking it one goal at a time and trying to make a mark in the big stage, such as the Grand Slams. For now, she only wanted that breakthrough win at this year's U.S. Open, where she will be debuting in the main draw. There's still a lot for me to achieve. There are a lot of big tournaments lined up. I hope to play well there, U.S. Open, and try to get my first Grand Slam win, said Eala in Friday's meet and greet hosted by one of her sponsors, Globe. This would be the third time that Eala is competing in the main draw of the Grand Slams. She debuted at the French Open in May and the Wimbledon Championships a few weeks back, but failed to make it past the first round. This time, Eala is determined to turn things around as she is set to compete in 3 high-profile Women's Tennis Association (WTA) tournaments in the coming weeks to beef up her preparations for the U.S. Open set next month. The 20-year-old Eala is scheduled to compete in the WTA 1000 Montreal on July 27th to August 7th in Canada, before plunging into action in the Cincinnati Open in Ohio on August 7th to 18th and the Monterrey Open in Mexico on August 18th to 23rd. All 3 tournaments are rated just one rung below the Grand Slams and draw high-ranking players, particularly those in the top 20. However, world number 1 Aryna Sabalenka, 3-time Grand Slam finalist on Jabeur, and world number 10 Paula Badosa withdrew from Montreal, although Jessica Pegula is expected to defend her title. World number 16 Ekaterina Alexandrova, 2019 U.S. Open champion Bianca Andreescu, and teen sensation Mira Andreeva headlined the Cincinnati Open's player list. Eala currently enjoys a career-high number 56 in the WTA, following her impressive runner-up finish at the Eastbourne Open in Great Britain and her first-round main draw finish at the Wimbledon. The hard courts of Flushing Meadows buzz with anticipation every August. The air is thick with stories waiting to be written, of rising stars destined to carve their names into tennis history. And this year, among the hopefuls burning with quiet determination is a young woman from the Philippines, Alex Eala. She's not new to New York. She's walked these courts before, first as a prodigy making waves in the juniors, then as a wild card, a qualifier, a hopeful face peering into the vast arena of professional tennis. But 2025 is different. This is not just another year for Eala. This is her statement year. The year she's not just participating. She's targeting a main draw breakthrough win at the U.S. Open. Rising from the shadows. At just 19, Eala has lived a tennis life most could only dream of. A multiple-time junior Grand Slam champion, a product of the Rafael Nadal Academy, and a rising icon in Southeast Asian sports. She's built her journey one relentless point at a time. But what separates Alex from many of her peers isn't just her left-handed forehand or her evolving net game. It's her maturity. The 2024 season saw Eala make steady climbs, not dramatic leaps. She qualified for her first WTA 500 events, pushed seeded players deep into deciding sets, and made quarterfinal runs at key ITF events. But the elusive win on a Grand Slam main draw stage? That's the mountain she has yet to conquer. At Wimbledon, she made it to the final round of qualifying. A cruel third-set tiebreak loss ended that dream. But instead of despair, it fueled a fire. The disappointment fades, Eala said in a post-match interview in London. What stays is the belief that I belong. The grind before glory. Eala's team didn't waste time. From the grass of London, she flew straight to North America. She entered every hardcourt tournament she could before the U.S. Open. Toronto, Cincinnati qualifiers, San Jose, and the Bronx Open. Every match mattered. Every point sharpened her game. Her coach, Tony Nadal, yes, the same Tony who guided Rafa for decades, saw a shift in her mindset. She no longer plays to see what happens, Tony said in an interview with Spanish radio. Now she plays because she believes she can win. That is everything. Her serve, once a vulnerable point, has turned into a weapon. Her court coverage, already elite, now has a purpose, as if every step is calculated. And her signature backhand, honed from her junior days, now bites deeper into the court with angles that leave opponents lunging in vain. The tennis world started noticing. Former greats, commentators, and fans alike started uttering the phrase, dark horse. And where better for a dark horse to charge forward than in the electric, unpredictable battleground of the U.S. Open? New York, new fight. The draw ceremony came with the usual nerves. In past slams, Eala often found herself facing top seeds in round one, daunting but educational. This year, fortune leaned in her favor. Her first-round match? A fellow rising star ranked just inside the top 80. Still, nothing comes easy at this level. Match day at Arthur Ashe's outer courts saw the Filipino crowd show up in force. Flags waved. "Mabuhay Alex!" rang across the bleachers. Eala walked onto court 6 with a quiet intensity, headphones in, her face unreadable. The match began tentatively. Nerves betrayed her early, with 3 double faults in the first 2 service games. But then came the turning point. Down 1-4, she dug in. A 22-shot rally, classic Eala. Her opponent sprayed wide. Momentum shifted. With each point, her game blossomed. The forehand started dictating. The net approaches, once rare, came frequently and successfully. She took the first set 7-5. The second set was a dogfight. The rallies grew longer. The sweat poured. The tension thickened. At 5-5, Eala broke serve with a screaming backhand down the line that even had the commentators gasping. She served for the match. 2 aces. 1 drop shot winner. And a final unreturned serve. Game. Set. Match. Alex Eala def. 78. V. Glushkova. 7-5. 7-5. History made. With that handshake at the net, Alex Eala did what no Filipina had done before. When a Grand Slam main draw singles match in the Open era. Social media exploded. Filipinos from Manila to Mindanao celebrated. Celebrities, politicians, athletes, they all posted tributes. Tennis Philippines announced a nationwide free tennis weekend in honor of her win. But Eala, she remained grounded. In her post-match presser, she wore a simple jacket, hair in a bun, smile soft but proud. "It's not just my win," she said. "It's for every Filipino who dreams of being on this stage. If you come from a place where tennis isn't the #1 sport, people sometimes doubt you. But I never doubted myself. Not today." She thanked her parents, her team, her sponsors, and, of course, her country. More than just tennis. Eala's breakthrough wasn't just a personal victory, it was cultural. The Philippines, a basketball-crazy nation, rarely celebrates tennis. But with Eala's historic run, local clubs saw sign-ups double. TV channels air her match live. Public schools hosted watch parties. Tennis, for a few precious hours, became a national heartbeat. For girls especially, Eala is now more than a name. She's a movement. "Seeing Alex win made me believe I could do it too," said 11-year-old Micah from Quezon City, who watched from a barangay community center. Eala, aware of her influence, didn't waste a moment. She launched a post-match initiative through her foundation, Courts for Dreams, an effort to fund and build free tennis courts across underserved Philippine provinces. The road ahead. Eala's U.S. Open journey didn't end in round 1. She won hearts, but she